The phone battery is not dead. 100%. Okay, so you won't stop shutting off the live streams when I'm talking, and then you try to disable this live stream. Okay, so again, I'm just waiting for Almighty God to kill you. You're criminally deranged. Okay, so the question was, okay, do you still feel bad for those people standing in line at the Women's Center? Where did he get the drugs from? They smoke crack cocaine right in line. Do you still feel bad for those people that they have to stand in line for 3 hours? Or you should feel bad for me and why you keep subjecting me to it. They take up every bed in every shelter, okay, and they're clearly taking up all the space in warming centers. You had a person who has housing. She lost all of her children because of her drug use. So she has housing, and she showed up at the warming center with her boyfriend. And that's the night that Brian had to go outside to smoke. He had never done it any of the nights we were there before or afterwards. And when I said something about it, he became wickedly abusive. I had a massive panic attack, and that was the end of our marriage. Where did you get the drugs from? Right, because everything had been going good, even though he was on Adderall, so, and smoking pot. Okay, and then it was probably within a day or two that he screamed at me in Porter. It has to do with me personally. I'm the Virgin Mary. Okay. Why did you come into the warming center that night when you have housing? Why did you do it? And then you took up space for people that are actually homeless. They do it everywhere. They show up at shelters, everything. That's why you were told to fucking house me. So you're responsible. You're responsible for me even coming into contact with these people at all. Okay? I would have never met this person, and he's clearly fucking deranged. And that's all they do. They are sick and they hate me. I should have been in my house in Florida with my fucking children. Even if you took my fucking children, why would you take my house? Why would I have no housing and no fucking alimony? So God's killing you all. That should make sense. How is that not making sense to anyone? And you won't change any of your behavior. Like you just, yeah, it's weird. But anyway, I don't really feel bad for people. No. You might have one or two people that are actually homeless at that warming center, but they seem like they're all on drugs. And then, like I told you, there's people showing up there, and they do it at the shelter too. Even after they have housing, they go to shelters looking for other drug addicts. They literally showed up at a warming center to destroy my marriage. Okay, so clearly someone was around after the campground, whether they're on Facebook, they're on his telephone, or they're in Cambridge. Someone picked him right up at the center. These people are fucking disgusting. So no, I don't feel bad for them. All they need is warming centers and public showers and the food and shit maybe that people are doing in the clothing. Why would they need housing? That person left her housing with her boyfriend to destroy my fucking marriage. Why? Oh yeah, then I have to hear about she's gonna repair a relationship with the fucking children and stuff and let this go. Did you show up there looking for drugs from Brian or give him drugs? Why would he, when you people say you're going outside to smoke, why would he say he's gonna smoke and he never does that? And then he's fucking abusing me. And that's the end of my marriage. I know it has to do with your behavior, your motivations. What if he was just some person that was a drug addict and you go, why would you even fucking do that? Who gave you drugs? In April, who gave you drugs? But that you were screaming at me like that. Who gave you drugs in November? Someone did. That's why you flipped out and needed your EBT card. That's why you did it. Right. Because clearly, after the campground, we were only out there a couple of days and then we'd come here a couple of days and then go a couple of days. You didn't have time, apparently, to find a drug hookup and stuff. And then because we were out there for a week and a half, that's all it took was a week and a half for some person to give him the drugs again. So you go, does the person seem mentally retarded and has a brain injury? Okay, so clearly, right. That's why I want to know who you are. Does it seem like I don't know who you are? Who gave you drugs? The guy in the wheelchair with the crack cocaine, he wasn't going up and down the line offering everybody crack cocaine. Do you feel bad for him when he stand in line out there? I don't feel bad for him anymore. Why is there at least 500 and something people still applying for the Harvard Square shelter? Do you people use drugs? Did you come from another shelter? You're making me fucking street homeless by what you're doing. You're not friends of mine. Yeah, just fucking die, honestly. Yeah, you're not friends of mine. That's why you're not on my friends page or anything. I don't hang out with you. Fucking amazeballs. You lost your kids and you're out here just fucking using drugs all day and night. So anyway, that's what it is. I wanted to track that outside, and the battery's not dead. It's 100%. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you've got to basically tell yourself, like Brian Buchanan does, that you're nothing but psychopaths at this point. Shut it down. You're not shutting it the fuck down. Why did you stop talking about Ron DeSantis and Alan Trump and Al? Or the hostages in Massachusetts? You're not shutting anything the fuck down. You were told to give me housing and social security. You're killing your own fucking children. Yeah, you are. You don't care about anything but making sure that I don't have housing and a means to live, and you can't explain that to yourselves. Never mind your fucking families. Obviously, your mothers, your sisters, and your wives know what you do for a living. I don't have to tell anybody who you are. They know who you are. Are they sitting there burying fucking children from cancer and they know what you do for a living? Then they know. I guess that's about it. Like, yeah, I'm like out smoking a cigarette. My default storage isn't full. Oh yeah, I'm in the middle of the thing and then they just shut the phone off. The battery's not even dead. It's 100%. People that I've told repeatedly they have dementia and they won't stop doing it, and now God has to kill their whole family. It's an extinction, but you would have been able to stop breathing and then live on the life course. It's just horrifying for you people. I explained it all in the beginning. So I'm not doing that. I don't do that. God does it. So it's not medical gaslighting. It's God doing it. So I guess you could try, but good luck. You can try to find out. And they'll just do like Brian Buchanan does with you. They'll start shutting you off too. That's why so many people have been banned. Nothing they were ever doing was intended to save anybody. They're insane. Okay? There's no map, but that's why people get banned on all the social media. Like, what the hell is going on? All you have to do is give this one woman an apartment or even just Social Security so she can leave here. Why are you forcing her to be in Central and on Paramore? Can you see how fucking disgusting that is? I think it goes beyond fantasies of raping children, right? Because clearly, an innocent woman isn't that great. She's getting fucking raped by drug addicts and shit. How long until it's rape the children again, raped by drug addicts and shit? And then what? What's like the next high after that? Just, anyways, that's about it for now.